Tim Kiefer, MIBT here. A while back, I had a conversation with former Big Ten referee and current ESPN officiating analyst Bill LeMonnier about one of those end-of-game situations where the officials get a little bit too involved and time runs out before the offensive team can snap the ball and get one last play in. Bill had his take, I had mine, and I'm sure after this, somewhere out there, a rulebook guy will write a 14-paragraph Facebook post about why we're both wrong. Let's check it out.
The clock's running down at the end of the half, and there's only a few seconds left when number 11 catches the ball, and he's brought down short of the line to gain and inbounds. Number 11 jumps up and throws an errant pass that bounces past the umpire, and before the umpire can get the ball, time expires. Should we stop the clock to set the ball?
Well, in this play, it's nothing that we did. This player threw the ball past the umpire, and it goes on that player for not bringing the ball to the umpire or bringing it to an official. We see our line judge, and he's emphatically saying the ball is inbounds and rolling the clock. I don't know if he needs to roll the clock this emphatically. He's going to lose his arm if he continues to do it this way. I think we just want to be controlled, and I think it's a good ruling. But ultimately, because the player is the one who causes the ball to go errant, we're not responsible here.
Well, that's going to force me to ask you this question. Are you implying that if the ball would have been flipped in by one official to another and mishandled or bounced off a player because of my errant throw as an official, you'd stop it and
It's
reset?
possible, but we shouldn't do that. That's the point. In a situation like that, we shouldn't be throwing the ball. If I'm throwing the ball, and as an official, I'm the one who causes the ball to not be put in play to give the offense an opportunity to snap it, how could I not give them another play? I'm the one at fault. That's why we teach and we talk about don't throw the ball in a situation like this. This is sideline to sideline. We're not tossing the ball. We're handing off the ball so we don't have that situation.
Okay, I'm not convinced. I know we're in the middle of one here. But I'm not convinced. I'm going to go back and take that play that was in the bowl game. Even though we're not doing this for this, but he takes and flips the ball to the center judge, and a defender who's just walking back to his side of the line of scrimmage, it bounces off his helmet. Now that wasn't a defender. He didn't do anything overt to interrupt the play or delay.
Who did it? The guy by tossing it.
Well, wait a second. So now you're going to give him more time, stop the clock.
Let me ask
and
you,
I'm the defense. I didn't do anything wrong.
Let me ask you this. If I, as the line judge or head linesman or umpire, hand off that ball hand to hand and put the ball down, and they would have had a chance to get a play off because we're doing our mechanics correctly, how can we not give them a play if we're doing our mechanics incorrectly?
If we were going to give them a new 25-second clock, we wouldn't be stopping the game clock. We'd just be pumping up a new 25.
But if it's something that we did,
okay.
If it's something we did, if we did everything correctly, so now I'm going to hand you the ball, and now a defender bumps us inadvertently and the ball falls down, that's different. We're following our mechanics. But if I'm tossing a ball, which I shouldn't be tossing in that situation,
all I'm going to tell you is that the game ended. The one team was in an uproar because they couldn't get another playoff. And it was over. Reading supported that the game was over.
He has to support it, but everybody came out and said...
But they did say that it was poor job of...
Correct.
From the wing official.
They have to support it. They can't come out and say, "Oh no, we should give them another play." They have to support that.
No, they don't.
Because it wasn't done. It wasn't done. What do I want to say? It wasn't done on purpose. It was an accident, but it was still incorrect mechanics. I just say, how do you put a team at a disadvantage? How do you put a team when it's our fault and they would have had a shot to run a play if we didn't screw up?
But his team didn't do anything wrong. Why are they getting penalized that you get an extra play now?
They would have gotten an extra play if we didn't do anything wrong. That's the point. It has nothing to do with the defense. If us as an officiating crew, if we followed our instructions and our mechanics and did what we were supposed to do, and Team A would have had a chance to run a play. But because of our error, they don't. The defense is not put at a disadvantage because they would have had a chance to run a play anyways if we did what we were supposed to do.
But I still hold the same position. We're part of the, we're part of the game. We're part of the field. And the players are, subject to how we handle the ball. And if that, in the play I described, if a player from Team B and put his hand up and knocked the ball down, hey, I got a real good reason to shut it down, even call a 5-yard delay game penalty, and then go on the snap. But that didn't happen. We're just part of the game, part of the field. If a player runs into me while he's running for a touchdown and he goes down, he's down. I can't say, well, we should give him a touchdown because, if I wasn't in his way, he'd have scored. We're part of the game.
So we're going to pull up the play that Bill was referencing. You'll see that the runner's down in bounds. This is the end of the game. The line judge, the ball gets tossed to the line judge. The umpire is not going to get the ball. He's calling for the throw, and then the center judge tries to get it. And as the umpire tosses it, it hits number 36 inadvertently. He didn't do anything to make him hit the ball. And then the time runs out, and that's the game. The powers that be supported the game being over, and it was a lot of controversy. This is the play you were talking about. We have it, and I don't know if this is more of where it kind of falls into the officiating error, and this is the one you were saying that everybody supported that this was done.
The things that needed to be done better on this play was there was absolutely no need for the wing official to put the ball down. It was short. Team A doesn't care if it's first down or not. They want to get one more play. So the wing official should have never put the ball down at his feet. When you're into these parts of the game, basically we should have a signal just like we do for a fourth down fumble and other things that says one ball. We got one ball and we're playing with that one ball. That wing official should run it in as far as he can to get it to the umpire. The umpire should never be tossing it to the center judge. The center judge stay out of the way. And then even though he did finally get the ball and put it down, the center judge trying to get through the offensive line would have been better off if he would have just vacated into the defensive side of the ball. So there's absolutely no question. There were multiple mistakes in handling this play, okay? Would I want to be on this game and face the questions and everything else afterwards? Absolutely not. But the bottom line to it is that it's just part of the game. And maybe high school has a rule that you're going to quote in a bit here to justify your position. But in NCAA, it's been said by the top of the brass, game over, end of discussion.
Here is the rule book reference. So this is 3-57J, okay? 3-57J right out of the high school book. An official's timeout occurs when a dead ball, so when a dead ball, for any unusual delay in getting the ball ready for play. We take that college play, that could have been deemed an unusual delay in getting the ball ready for play, which you would have been supported by rule calling an official's timeout. Also, if you continue on the rule book, we call this 1-1-6, which is, we commonly refer to this as the God rule sometimes, but that in the referee has the authority to rule on any situation not specifically covered in the rules. But this is just more to kind of say if this wasn't covered, you could be covered by this rule. Under that high school phrase, unusual delay, that play from the college game, wouldn't that fall into an unusual delay?
All right, I would agree with that. You've got something to support it with the high school rules. I don't see that, and I'll look some more, but I don't see that in the NCAA book.
Well, and that's fair, and that's what we're talking high school rule. But I think at the high school level, you would be supported because you've got that rule. And the thing is that when you make a call on something, if you've got a rule reference to support your call, then most of the time you're good. All right, hopefully you got a little something out of that. Maybe a laugh or maybe an argument for your next crew meeting. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't. Also, drop me a comment telling me which one of us you think was right or if we're both nuts. Either way, we appreciate you watching, and make sure you check out mibt.org for hundreds of more videos like this. And most importantly today, Make it be there.